Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do CNC programming tutorial videos for Hallmark and Wiki CNC machines using Fusion 360. Okay, I'm gonna start with the side panel part, which is the first one that I was machining that you saw in the beginning of the video. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my setup. I'm gonna right click, edit, and my WCS is gonna be right here in the back. If you have a different CNC machine, yours is going to be somewhere else, okay? And under stock, I didn't add any material. Under post-process, the program name is size. Program comment, it says 1/2 inch 2-flute insert tool, okay? Now I'm going to click OK. And the first operation is the 2D pocket. I'm going to right click, edit, and I have the tool selected, which is a 1/2 inch 2-flute flat end mill. I'm going to show you how it looks like. It's right here. I'm going to click on the link. It's going to take me to the Amana website. Okay. This guy right here. That's the tool. All right. I'm going to go back to Fusion 360. I'm going to click on cancel. And I have the feeding speed all set up. You have the spindle speed at 13,000 RPM, cutting feed rate 8 meters per minute. Okay. Under geometry, I got all 4 pockets or chains selected. All right. And my extension mode is set to tangent. All right. Under height tab, I didn't make any changes here. The next tab is the passes tab, and I have preserve order checked, both ways checked, and maximum step over I have 10.7 millimeters. I have an expression here, so I'm gonna right click and go down to edit expression, and this is what I have. I have tool diameter minus 2 millimeters. Okay, and you can save that as a default. Okay, so right click, save as user default. Okay, where it says stock to leave is checked, and I have right here where it says radial stock to leave is set to minus 0.2 millimeters, which means when you have a negative value, that means it's gonna remove more material. Okay. Okay, we're just making this pocket just a little wider, so when the guys put the support panel right here, it's flush with this edge right here. Okay, the face of the support panel is gonna be flush with this face of the side panel. Okay. The next tab is the linking tab, and you can see my leading, my lead out. Okay, horizontal leading radius is 2 millimeters. Linear leading distance is 25 millimeters. Okay, I got a vertical leading radius of 2 millimeters. All right, lead out is the same as the leading, and the rim type is plunge. Okay, I'm gonna click OK now, and I'm gonna simulate this toolpath. Right click, simulate. See, I'm keeping the tool down. It's not retracting. And I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. See how it's removing the 0.2 millimeters of material. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. See it? Okay. So if you want to remove more material, you just gotta type a negative value. Okay. It's come down here. It's gonna retract. It's gonna go to the other side of the panel and start machining this pocket. It's gonna retract and machine the last pocket. Okay. Okay, so that's the simulation of the 2D pocket. And the last one is a 2D contour. Right click edit. And I'm using the same tool. Um, I didn't want to use a different tool because the machine doesn't have a tool changer. But if your machine has a tool changer, you can use a different end mill if you want. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay, same feed rate, same speed as the 2D pocket. Under geometry, this is what I have selected. Okay, I got under contour selection, I got 3 contours. All right, and side says set to start outside. Okay, under height tab, I'm gonna go down to where it says bottom height, and where it says offset, I have a negative value. That means it's gonna go. The tool is gonna go lower. It's gonna go lower. It's gonna go past the bottom face of the panel, 3 millimeters. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Um, um, I can increase this if you can increase this if you want. It depends. Let's say the panel is it's not really flat. Okay. Um, and you don't have anything right here supporting this area. So this area right here is just going to be hanging. So sometimes when you start cutting through the material, it doesn't cut all the way through. It leaves like an onion skin right here. So you got to increase the offset on the bottom height. Just increase it, okay? I usually use just -1 millimeter, but this time I had to increase it because my vacuum pads were somewhere over here, okay, right here. I didn't have any vacuum pads where the notch is because the vacuum pad is going to get cut, all right. Um, on the passes tab, um, I'm going to go down to where it says multiple depths, and that's checked. And maximum step down is 5 millimeters, okay. The finishing step down is the same. Let's scroll down, and I have use even step downs checked, okay. The next tab is the linking tab, and I have a lead in and lead out of 25 millimeters right here where it says linear leading distance, okay. And let me go back to passes. I want to show you something. Okay, where it says see where it says both ways is checked. If you have this unchecked, the machine is gonna retract, and you're gonna have more routing macros in Woodwop. But if you have both ways checked, you're gonna have one macro. Okay. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna show you in the simulation. So I'm gonna right click, simulate. I'm gonna zoom in, slow it down a bit. Just in the exit, drop down and enter. See that? Which means the tool is down. It's not retracting. Okay. Okay. And let me go back to the passes tab, and I'm gonna uncheck both ways. So under passes, I'm gonna uncheck both ways. I'm gonna click OK. Now you see the yellow line. That means it's gonna retract. So the machine, it's gonna enter right here. It's gonna drop down, go in, okay, and then come down, come out. I'm sorry, retract, and then come to the start point and start machining. So I'm gonna simulate this toolpath. Right click, simulate. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. It's gonna exit, retract, come to this to the start point right here. It's gonna drop down, go in, okay. It's gonna retract. Okay, so you get the idea, right? So I'm gonna close this simulation. I'm gonna go back to passes, and I'm gonna check both ways back on. I'm gonna click OK. Now you don't see that yellow line because it's not retracting. Okay. So that's the program for the side panel. Okay, I'm gonna post process this program. I'm gonna right click, post process. I'm gonna post it. Yes, I want to overwrite it. I'm gonna go to Woodwop, look for that program. Okay, and there it is. Okay, you're gonna have 5 macros. Okay, you're gonna have 5 routing macros. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 packets, and 5 is the last routing macro for the notch. Okay, so that's the first program. Okay, let's go back to Fusion 360, and the next part is the top. Okay, right here, and setup is the same as the setup for the side panel. So I'm not gonna show you my setup. The first operation is gonna be a 2D packet, same same end mill, same feed rate, and the only difference is under passes, let me see, geometry is just one chain. Under passes, the maximum step order is gonna be the same. Preserve order is checked. I don't think that makes a difference if I uncheck it, but I'll just leave it how it is. I have both ways checked. The maximum step over is the same as the 2D packet for the side panels. Multiple depths is set to 4 millimeters for the step down. Okay. Use even step downs is checked. And on the linking tab, I have a horizontal leading radius of 4 millimeters, and the vertical leading radius is 4 as well. And the rem type is plunge. All right. I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna simulate this toolpath. Right click, simulate. So the machine is entering. It has like that radius, that 3 millimeter radius. Okay. See how the tool is down, it's not retracting. Okay. Slow it down a bit. It's gonna come in, machine the rest of the material. See it drop down, machine to final depth. Okay. This is gonna be one macro in Woodwop because I'm keeping the tool down. All right. And it's gonna exit right there. Okay. Okay. That's the 2D pocket. I'm gonna close it, and the last one is a 2D contour. Okay. same ML, same feed rate, same speed, and under geometry, I selected the round um, edges here. Okay, zoom out, rotate the model. I'm going to show you this end of this panel. Okay, I'm going to show you how to select these contours. Okay, so I want to click on the X. If you're new to Fusion 360, let's say you want to select this just the round edges, but you hover your mouse over it. You see it's trying to select the whole chain. Um, just hold down Alt on Windows. Just hold down Alt and select this edge. Zoom out. Keep holding down the Alt. Select that edge. This edge. Rotate the model and that edge. Okay. So you have to hold down Alt on Windows. I think it's option on Mac. Okay, I'm not really sure. All right, and under height, I have it where it says bottom height. The offset is -1 millimeter. Okay, so I'm cutting through the material. Under passes, I have reserve order checked. I have both ways checked. So the machine's gonna drop down, start machining, and then drop down, start machining. It's gonna go back and forth. Okay, and under multiple depths, I have a maximum roughing step down of 4 millimeters. All right. I have a raw final check. Okay. Order by islands check. I'm gonna check this. I don't think it makes a difference. I'm gonna check use even step downs. Check that. Linking tab. I see the lead in and lead out. Okay. I have a horizontal leading radius of 3 millimeters. Have a linear leading distance of 6 millimeters. Okay, and the lead out is gonna be the same as the leading. So I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna simulate this toolpath. Right click, simulate. Slow it down. Slow it down a bit. So I'm gonna play it. It's gonna drop down. See that? It's not retracting. It's gonna exit, drop down, go in, come out, drop down. See that? That's it. It's gonna go to the next edge right here. Zoom out. I'm gonna zoom in. Okay. So I'm gonna have 5 routing macros in Woodwop. Okay. I'm gonna post process this program, and I'm gonna open it up in Woodwop. Select the setup one. Right click. Post process. I'm gonna post it. I'll go to Woodwop. File open. There's the top panel program. There's one macro, right, for the 2D pocket. The second macro, all right, the 2D contour. That's the third macro, okay. The fourth and the fifth. So I have 5 routing macros in Woodwop, okay. Um, if you had under passes, if you had both ways unchecked, you're gonna have a lot of macros because it's gonna be retracting, all right. So just make sure you have both ways checked under passes, okay. When you're doing the 2D contour, um, when it comes down to like trimming, all right, or like doing a notch or anything like that, like you're cutting through the material, okay. Let's go back to Fusion 360, and let me show you the last program, which is the support panel. And this panel had let me see you see the toolpath. If you don't see the toolpath, just go to that the eye looking icon. Just turn that off and turn that off. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in. You see the um, round edge. This is it has a radius of quarter of an inch. Okay. Okay, because that's the same radius um as the pockets right here. All right. It should be the same radius. It's the same tool. Okay, so it's gonna have it's gonna the half-inch angle is gonna leave a quarter-inch radius here. So they didn't want to notch um, the edges of this of these panels. So they wanted to have a radius here. Okay. Let me zoom out. And I'm not gonna show you the setup because it's the same as the other ones. So this case I use a 3D toolpath, which is a parallel toolpath. Okay, which is, let me go up under the 3D menu, which is right here. This guy, this is the one that I use. Okay, and I have a round over bit, so I use a ball end mill, half inch. I right click, edit, and I'm gonna show you that end mill. I'm gonna I'm gonna click on the link. It's gonna take me to the Amana website, and I was using this guy right here. Okay, let's go back to Fusion 360. I'm gonna hit cancel. Okay, so 3D parallel toolpath, and spindle speed was 13,000 RPM, cutting feed rate 10 meters per minute. Geometry, I selected this profile here. Okay, this round edge. Okay, I have contact point boundary check under height. I didn't make any changes here. Under the passes tab, I have where it says machine steep areas. I have that checked. Um, maximum steep step down is 4 millimeters, and I have simple ordering checked. And pass direction is set to 0. Step over is 4 millimeters, and direction is both ways, and up down milling is both. Okay. On the linking tab, um, maximum stay down is 5,000 millimeters. Okay, I didn't want the machine to retract. I just wanted one macro um, for that parallel toolpath. Okay, and the leading radius is 10 millimeters. All right, so I'm gonna click OK. And I'm gonna right click simulate. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna play. Okay. Just creating that radius on this edge. Okay. So it's basically roughing and creating that radius. Okay. Um, I know that ball end mills are not for roughing, but since the machine doesn't have a tool changer and I wasn't removing that much of material, I just wanted to use that ball end mill. I didn't want to use like a roughing end mill, a flat end mill, and then I would have to change to the ball end mill manually, because the machine doesn't have a tool changer. So I just wanted to use one end mill. All right. Um, Plus, this is wood, so it's not really metal or anything like that. Okay. And so that's the first one. The second one is on the other edge, and it's the same thing, right? I just copy and paste it and selected this profile right here. So I'm gonna rotate the model. I selected this profile right here, okay? And that's it for this program, okay? I'm going to post-process this program. Right-click, post-process. Okay, that's the name of the program. It says support beams. It's supposed to be support panel, but I'm not going to change it. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to post it. And you see I was going to use a 1/2-inch insert flat end mill to rough out the material, and then I was going to use the 1/2-inch ball end mill to just to clean up that edge, create the round edge that with the radius. But I was just using the 3-flute ball end mill, so I just deleted the rest of the comments. So the comments going to be 3-flute ball end mill. That's all we're using. Okay. So I'm going to post process program. I want to go to Woodwop 5.0. I know it's old, but this is what we have in that machine. You guys might have new versions of Woodwop. That's great. All right. Hopefully one day I'll get Woodwop 7. So I'm gonna look for that program and open up in Woodwop, and there it is. Okay. So I got 2 routing macros. Okay, guys. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Um, I'm trying to make more videos every week. I happen to be very busy doing some work, some programming for some customers. I was doing some training. All right. So I was really busy for the last couple of weeks. I'll try to make more videos. Okay. Every week. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Okay, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.